Entertainment news now coming up, in fact, really soon, the first weekend of May. The Indianapolis Opera is bringing its original rom-com, The Marriage of Figaro, to the Toby Theater. That's at Newfields. Kara Collins and Raphael Porto are joining us now, and you both have big roles in this show. And so when people hear opera, sometimes it's like really intimidating. But I understand that this is kind of more of like a rom-com and a lot more accessible for people that maybe aren't familiar with opera. Kind of fill us in.
Absolutely. So it is a rom-com. Think Bridgerton. This is kind of exactly what the opera is like. It's very witty. There's love and romance, and my character Marcellina is definitely trying to break that up with her wit and her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a funny character.
But there's something kind of for everybody. There's, you know, just like I think of the Bridgerton as a great example, you know, characters both funny and serious, that it's like, how's this going to evolve? What's going to happen? You know, and nothing kind of goes the way you expect, but in the end, it all kind of turns out okay.
Yeah, you know, when you think of opera, you think of like Vienna Opera House or Milan, you know, these great big places. This is a lot more accessible for audiences to get introduced, don't you think, at the Toby Theater?
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful theater, and also just what a great way to kind of make a fun day out of it too, because if you've never been to the Newfields, just the gardens alone are just incredible to be there. And so I think, you know, since this is kind of an older art form, but it's still very much alive, you know, and so I think a venue like this kind of takes away that formality. You can dress as fancy as you want, as casual as you want, just have fun. And I think if you let yourself go there and just go in with an open mind, you'll really just be like, this is actually really fun.
Yeah, you know, it was interesting. I was at Newfields last Sunday, and I was walking through the hallways, and I saw these families coming in with kids to go to the ballet, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, this is so great. And you're exactly right. I mean, a little bit of everything coming in there to kind of take part in this culture. So let's go back to the show real quick, Raphael, because the show is fast-paced, and you are mistaken identities and all this kind of thing. So how do you keep up with that in your character?
I think always kind of having that arc in your mind of kind of where you're going to go, so you kind of don't spoil it right at the beginning, but kind of building that contrast. So, you know, not to give the total any spoilers, but so my character is very kind of anti Figaro, and because it's kind of like a trilogy, so this is really like the second one, but you don't need to know the backstory of it. But so they're kind of like quarreling with each other, and always kind of like, you know, cat and mouse. And later on, it turns out that they're like actually related. And so he's just like, everything gets kind of, you know, turned on its head. So it's just fun how everything kind of keeps unraveling. And so it's so much fun. But yeah, it's definitely a lot of energy. But when you have like a great cast, and having fun, like singing with your wife and everything,
so
you know,
cool.
Such a gift.
It's you know, it makes it a lot of fun, and the energy, everybody's kind of feeding off of each other.
Yeah. So this is May 1st to the 3rd. Kara Collins, her husband Raphael Porto. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks
and if
so
you
much
want to find more information, you can do so at WTHR.com. What do you